Hi, I'm Ben from Clara.io. Clara.io is the new online 3D editor, animation, and rendering package. In this video, I'm going to talk about the new feature that we've added, which we call bin meshes, that have the ability to proxy your meshes. So one of the problems with having a web browser-based 3D editor is that if you're dealing with very large meshes, you have to download those all the time into the viewport to see them. Such as this model, I've just imported a large dragon, about 100,000 polygons and 50,000 vertices. And while it is very performant, if I created many of these, like 50 of these, it'd be quite slow in the browser to download. So what we've done is for meshes that you don't want to be editing, you can click on them, and you can turn them into a bin mesh, and it will create a proxy object that you'll see in the viewport. But even though it's a box now in the viewport, it's actually set up still correctly to render. So we'll set up a render, set up VRay now. So to set up VRay, I'm going to use the preset. I'm just going to click on the object I want to focus on. I'm going to do the full VRay setup. This sets up my lights. This sets up my camera. And it also sets up VRay and the default pass. So I can just go and look through the camera here, and I can set it to start rendering. And you'll notice that when it starts rendering, it's not rendering the box, it's actually rendering the original mesh. So this means that we still have full fidelity renders, but that those resources are only taken up during rendering on the cloud and not on your local machine. And we can add other objects to the scene, and they all still work as expected. And you can see that VRay automatically restarts when I change things in the scene. If you want to start editing that mesh, the one that you converted to a proxy, just click on it and then convert it back to a poly mesh, and it'll be editable again. When it's in the bin mesh format as a proxy, it will actually load up faster when you're doing cloud rendering sessions, because we've optimized that pipeline. Whereas this editable mesh representation is not as fully optimized, because it is editable. So let me just show you some other improvements that we've made to the real-time renderer. And this is going to real-time or VRay RT. I'm going to start that render session again. And you'll notice how fast it starts up now and how fast it is responsive. So we've worked a little bit on making this as absolutely fast as possible. So I believe we've got sub-second response times now in this. And you can see that it quickly refines to the final render. So that's the improvements that we're working on releasing in the next few days. General mesh proxies and much improved VRay RT response times. Thanks for your time.